I was too Indian for America. I was too American for India. I was too North Indian for South India. I was too South Indian for North India. The first time I ever danced in front of somebody was Tu Cheez Badi Mast Mast and Kanpettu. Dacoit was originally supposed to come last Christmas. And I'd gotten injured doing an action scene. So जब Dacoit push हुआ तो G2 भी थोड़ी बहुत push होगी. If Dacoit's high on emotion, G2's high on excitement. One passion project जहाँ पर मैं लिखता हूँ, दोस्तों के साथ फिल्म बनाते हैं. And I'm doing one film where I'm just the actor.
Yeah.
इस बार सोचा क्यों ना हम दोनों खुद के ही प्रोजेक्ट्स करें, but then that turned out to create like a 2.5 year delay. In the passion projects, I'm also the one telling the script to the director, telling the script to the producer, telling the script to all the character actors and the other lead actors. तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं हीरो हूँ या असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर हूँ इस पिक्चर पे करके डाउट हो रहा है. I think I'm a big fan of Mrunal. I think she's a fantastic actress. It was me who sort of begged the production to get Anurag sir on board. I caught him at a wedding and like, sir, please sir, and immediately he agreed. We had an amazing writer like him and writer-director like him on set for Hindi. So, हमें तो कभी-कभी free में बहुत सारे dialogues मिल जाते थे.
Hi Sesh, welcome to Screen Spotlight.
Wow, I feel very formal.
And welcome to Bombay. We're at Butterfly High, and I know that you've just completed a grueling schedule of Dacoit. Can we call it that?
Yes, we have wrapped principal photography.
Okay.
एक गाना बचा है
हाँ.
जिसमें मैं जिंदगी में पहली बार अपना पहला क्या बोलते हैं स्पेशल सॉन्ग आइटम सॉन्ग जो कुछ भी बोलते हैं उसको
Shake a leg.
शेक अ लेग शेक अ लेग वाला सॉन्ग कर रहा हूँ.
Yeah. But is it Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast? Or?
It isn't. We thought we create our own Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast.
Nice.
But definitely Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast important to the film, as you know.
Yeah. It was a pleasant surprise to see that in the teaser. But you have any special memories with the song, or does it have like a role to play? Is it a character in the film?
Both actually. It came from a present memory. When I was a kid, I was so shy. So, you know, my friends and they were all forcing me to dance. So we danced on this medley of a Hindi song and a Telugu song. And the first time I ever danced in front of somebody was Tu Cheez Badi Mast Mast and Kanpettu. So we ended up using the Hindi song for the Hindi film and the Telugu song for the Telugu film. So coincidentally, they're both from the year 1994.
Oh. Wow.
तो जब मैं ऐसे ही बोल रहा था तो हमारे प्रोड्यूसर ने उन्होंने बोला कि क्यों ना हम उसी मेमोरी को you know.
Then you should dance on it also. Complete the circle.
Yes. That's the intent.
Have you also watched that film, Mohra?
क्या बात करो? Of course.
What is your memory of watching Ravina and Akshay? Tip Tip Barsa Pani.
I think Ravina is sort of my screen goddess of my childhood. And you know, it's so amazing that you know that song still I think outlasts, outshines both songs. Tu Cheez Badi Mast Mast, the Pankaj Udas song, Na Kajire Ki Dar, Tip Tip Barsa Pani. They still outshine and outlast the choreography and the tunes of today's stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So there's Dacoit coming out in March, and then there's G2 in May. In May?
G2 is not in
not
May,
in May. Oh.
because Dacoit was originally supposed to come last Christmas. And I'd gotten injured doing an action scene. So जब Dacoit push हुआ तो G2 भी थोड़ी बहुत push होगी. But yeah.
So do we have a date for G2?
Not yet. Coming soon. But G2's quite an exciting project. If Dacoit's high on emotion, G2's high on excitement. So, you know.
Nice. But I read somewhere that you said that it was very exhausting, I think, creatively to also write both the films, co-write both the films and also act in them.
Like, don't do that. तो क्या हो गया कि मुझे लगा I've always done one passion project जहाँ पर मैं लिखता हूँ, दोस्तों के साथ फिल्म बनाते हैं, and I'm doing one film where I'm just the actor.
Yeah.
इस बार सोचा क्यों ना हम दोनों खुद के ही प्रोजेक्ट्स करें, but then that turned out to create like a 2.5 year delay because you have to be very careful and do it properly and do it carefully.
Yeah. But how important is it for you to get involved as a writer in the process of making and not just be a face?
It's not really.
Okay.
I think writing began as a necessity. जब शुरू में स्टार्ट आउट कर रहे थे, यार अब नया एक्टर को कौन एक अमेजिंग सा स्क्रिप्ट या अमेजिंग सा रोल देगा, you know, so I thought why not write your own stuff, and that just became a habit. And whenever I'm just doing a film like Hit, the second case that I did, or my special appearance in Hit, the third case, these are just films I'm having a ball as an actor, and I have.
Is that very liberating?
It is. It is. Because in the passion projects, I'm also the one telling the script to the director, telling the script to the producer, telling the script to all the character actors and the other lead actors. तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं हीरो हूँ या असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर हूँ इस पिक्चर पे करके डाउट हो रहा है.
But it started as a necessity, but where has it come to now? Because now you don't need that necessity, so why is it still happening?
You do it out of the love for it, right? It's passion, it's exciting, it's exhausting. Most importantly, I think you just want to be able. See, 1000 साल पहले there was no camera. तो क्या करते थे? Probably all sitting around the fire, storytellers, एक दूसरे को कहानियाँ सुना रहे हैं, और हम चाह रहे हैं कि जो लोग हमारी कहानी सुन रहे हैं उनको, you know, they're feeling some sort of emotion. So I'm still that guy. I'm still that guy sitting near the fire wanting to excite and entice people.
Are you also involved in the casting of, say, Dacoit or G2?
Sort of. I think I'm a big fan of Mrunal's. I think she's a fantastic actress. और हम तेलुगु वाले तो हमारे एक special feeling है उनके लिए, you know, it's Hi Nana और Sitaramam. And I think Black Friday is one of the most influential films on me as a kid. So I think it was me who sort of begged the production to get Anurag sir on board. उनको तो acting करनी नहीं थी, वो तो he's busy with his 2 directorials, Nishanchi and another film he was doing. But you know, I caught him at a wedding and like, sir, please sir, and immediately he agreed. So I pitched him the film at a wedding and he looked at me like, you're pitching me this at a wedding. But yeah.
But I mean, he should not be complaining because he said that initially he did those few like Telugu and Malayalam films because he wanted to get his daughter married. So he wanted the money. बोले फिल्म में तो मेरी बन नहीं रही थी तो मैं सोचा एक्टिंग ही कर लूँ.
He has never done a Telugu film actually. This is his first one.
Yeah, which is why I said Tamil and Malayalam.
Yeah. So we're proud that it's his Telugu debut, and we are also proud that, you know, because we shot the film separately in Hindi. Dacoit is not a film that's dubbed.
Yeah.
We made a true blue Hindi film in Hyderabad, and we had an amazing writer like him and writer-director like him on set for Hindi. So हमें तो कभी-कभी free में बहुत सारे dialogues मिल जाते थे. So that was
I
really
think he's used to that also, writing dialogues on set.
Yeah, it was really cool, you know, like I would see him talking to people about, or he's directly talking to people like Alejandro Inarritu, who Revenant ka director, and all these people, and we'd be like, whoa, you know. And and I saw him say no to a film starring Tom Cruise, I think.
What?
I'm like, sir,
what film is this?
So I'm not quite sure which one it is, but you know, I'm so glad that he said yes to our film. I think we felt like the script really had the merit for someone of weight, and I think Mrunal has a lot to do in the film. I would say it's a 2-hero film, जहाँ पर मैं और Mrunal heroes हैं.
Yeah. So he said yes to, Anurag said yes to Sesh and no to Tom Cruise.
That's going to be your headline.
If you say, then it's the headline. If I say, it's nothing.
नहीं, आप ये बोलेंगे ना, he said no to Tom Cruise and yes to me करके सेश ने बोल दिया करके कोड डाल दो.
आप बोल दो फिर कर देंगे. But speaking of Mrunal, I know that it's also you're not only like partners in crime, but you're also at one point you're pitted against each other in the film.
Yes, we are ex-lovers in the film, and sort of there's a lot of angry tension in the film. तो क्या हम partners in crime भी हैं या नहीं? Watch the film to find out.
But those ex-angsty lovers are also in vogue right now. I think there's been in Hindi Tere Ishq Mein, or there's O Romeo coming up. But why do you feel that is connecting with the audience right now? Not that you wrote it because of that, but why do you think that's the
I would have had to
emotion?
write it in like 2 weeks and make it in 2 weeks for me to follow a vogue.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's necessarily in trend. I think love in Indian cinema, I think, you know, and all kinds of variations of love, you know, we have like 5 words for love, na? Pyar, ishq, mohabbat, prem, love, you know, all sorts of words for love. And you know, I think about the fact that Shah Rukh sir did something like Anjam back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, there was Agni Sakshi. I mean, it's always been in vogue in that sense. I think what attracts us to it is, as a culture, हम love को बहुत deeply लेते हैं. You know, ना हम इतनी जल्दी जोड़ते हैं, ना हम इतनी जल्दी तोड़ते हैं. As opposed to where I grew up in San Francisco, जहाँ पर, you know, it was not so uncommon to see people get divorced. So I think हमारे लिए वो एक ठहराव है. Like even if things are going bad, we want to see what happens.
Right. So coming to G2, I think you were very ahead of the curve in terms of the whole spy films genre, especially before like YRF Spy Universe or now Dhurandhar, whatever. There are like 100 spy movies being made right now. But you did it in 2018?
I feel like James Bond was ahead of all of us.
No, of course. I mean, ऐसे तो there are many more. There are many more to James Bond also, but...
No, in fact, the legendary superstar Krishna Garu in Telugu was my inspiration.
Okay.
He did Gudachari 116.
Okay.
And I actually originally gave the serial number 116 to my character, my hero, as an homage to him.
Oh, nice.
Now, in fact, Gudachari 116 was officially remade in Hindi as Farz, starring Jitendra sir. He's Agent Gopal in that.
Oh, okay.
So they've all been ahead of my curve.
Yeah. I think when Mahesh Babu had Spider around the same time as Gudachari.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. But like speaking of spy films, we know that I mean Dhurandhar is all over the place. The sequel is
beautiful, amazing film.
Yeah. The sequel is releasing on the same date as Dacoit, so it's toxic. Do you how many times have you been told to push your date, and why have you stuck to that?
I mean, I think आज का ज़माना ऐसा है कि it's a beautiful festive month.
Yeah.
So, for example, in Telugu cinema, we have Sankranti. This time we had 5 films released. So I think it's that kind of a season again, because in March, because you've got Ugadi, Gudi Padwa, Eid, Sri Ram Navami, all of these like coming within 10 days.
Yeah.
So I think it's an amazing festive time, and I think there's room for everything. Now, whether my producer agrees or not, I'll have to find out. But I'm fine with it. Yeah.
So far, it's that date only.
So far it's that date. Yeah.
But like say Ram Gopal Varma has been writing these huge essays on Dhuroxic, what he's termed, which is Dhurandhar and Toxic. But do you feel like between these two big films, your film is not getting its due?
I'm okay if Ramu sir is not paying attention to Dacoit. I don't think that's my barometer for
of course.
Whether or not we're attracting the audience. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you know, like for example, when I was coming up on the stairs, the security guard, जैसे उन्होंने मुझे देखा, he said, मस्त मस्त करके वो गाने लगे. So I figure मैं अगर उन तक पहुंच जाऊं तो बहुत है, भले मैं ट्विटर तक पहुंचूं.
अक्षय कुमार को देख के कोई मस्त मस्त नहीं गा रहा.
नहीं.
It's only you.
Or he's the OG.
But Ramu I've read that he had a huge role in you becoming an actor, because you watched Satya, like a lot of actors there, and you tried to, I'm not sure, but you tried to get cast or tried to audition for...
Oh yeah, no, he was extremely influential when I was a kid. I remember I was 14 or 15, I'd come to India. This was the time of Company. And, you know, I thought I'm going to come to India and become a hero in a Ram Gopal Varma film, a cutting edge gangster film. मुझे पता नहीं था कि ऐसा होता नहीं है. Try explaining that to a 15-year-old. Even in college, in my world cinema class, I showed company as an example of what India can do. जब वो बार बार बोलते थे कि अब you guys just make musicals. मैंने कहा नहीं भाई देख ले. So I think he was extremely influential on my childhood. I've seen Rangila 47, 48 times. I think he's the reason I became a fan of Amir Khan. And yeah, I think he showed us all the way.
Is working with him still on the wish list?
I think as you get older, it's not really, for me, I've just become that person. It's not really about working with someone as much as it is about working with a great idea. A great idea is bigger than a person. And a great idea can make for a great film.
Yeah. I thought that your first film, Karma, was a great idea. Especially...
I was not ready to... That film shouldn't have been my first film, but yes, I'm glad you like the idea.
Yeah, because it's the fact that there was God visiting Earth, but not in India. It was in the US, which is a world that you knew inside out.
It is.
But it is very... it may not be unconventional for you, but for an audience it was to see, oh, that's interesting because he's not in India or he's not in Hyderabad or Bombay. He's in America and parts of America. So can you just talk to me about like the conviction that was riding on the film? How did you crack that?
I think, I've always been, I'm a strong devotee of Vishnu and Lord Vishnu. And, when I was reading about the Dasavataram and they were talking about Kalki coming to this world, I just thought it was, extraordinary. And they speak about Kalki coming to this world, to a place, being born in a place called Shambhala. And there is no Shambhala in the sense that we know of. Yeah. It's like it's hidden.
Fictional.
No,
hidden.
It's hidden somewhere. Yeah. And they speak of I heard of someone speak of the word shamrock in the West in the same way. So I thought, what's the possibility कि Shambhala और Shamrock एक ही हैं? So I thought about the idea of Kalki coming to Shamrock. And so we situated Shamrock in the Western world.
Yeah.
क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि भगवान सिर्फ इंडिया आएंगे. So I tried something. We even, I even rap in the title song of the film before rap was popular in India. So, I just thought we did some cool things with that film. I think you can still tell it's a college kid trying to make a movie, but I think it had some lovely ideas.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing all those ideas being put into movies today.
Yeah, true. So I'm reading this memoir by Veer Das. It's called The Outsider, where he talks about he grew up in Africa and wherever he went, he felt like an outsider because he was perceived like that. Like when he was in India, when he was in the West, working in the West. I want to know that, have you ever also felt like that? Because to a Telugu audience, you're like someone who's come from San Francisco. To a Hindi audience, you're like, okay, he's a Telugu actor, but you're all of it and more. So how do you really grapple with that?
Yeah, वो था because see, I grew up in the US at a time जहाँ पर ये पूरा IT invasion नहीं हुआ था. तो तेलुगु वाले थे ही नहीं, सिर्फ पंजाबी गुजराती थे. तो मेरे दिमाग में एक psychologically it was like माँ पापा से तेलुगु में बात करो, दोस्तों से हिंदी में बात करो और बाकी दोस्तों से अमेरिकन इंग्लिश में बात करो. Like this was my 3 compartments of sorts. And that same year that I told you I'd come to Mumbai to audition for Ram Gopal Varma's movie. I remember, I tell this story a lot, but I remember, seeing an ad in the paper for open casting call auditions and going there. And it was for a TV serial. I didn't even know what a serial was at that time because US में कुछ और बोलते थे. Let's call it a TV show. So they told me, read this. I did, and they said, आपकी हिंदी में there's an accent. आप कहाँ से हो? I said, I'm from San Francisco. They said, हाँ तभी आपकी वो American accent ना. So when I went back to for another audition the next week at the same place, I told them this time I'm from Hyderabad. I said, हाँ तभी आपकी accent में ना वो South का एक feeling है. So I was like, oh, okay. So I always had the sense that I was too Indian for America. I was too American for India. I was too North Indian for South India. I was too South Indian for North India. So
was that also an incentive behind creating stuff for yourself?
Sure. And I also think it's probably why I'm simultaneously local and not at the same time. मतलब मैं जो कहानी लिखता हूँ या मैं जिस किस्म की फिल्म में एक्टिंग करना पसंद करता हूँ, it can be situated anywhere. आप उसको लंदन में सेट कर लो, दिल्ली में सेट कर लो, हैदराबाद में सेट कर लो, फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. At the same time, the Indian in me makes it rooted.
Yeah.
So,
but does it also give you an edge because you've lived there? So does it also allow you to make a film which is rooted in India but also for the world to see?
I hope so. I hope so. I never thought about. I mean, I got offered a couple of English films in the past, but it has to really be of note. तो मुझे इतना जमा नहीं. But at the end of the day, even growing up in the States, the dream was always Indian films. I loved watching and being a part of Indian cinema more. But those films influenced how I approach Indian film, I think.
Makes sense. I think till, if I'm not wrong, even in Shanam, which was, I think, after that you've been like established as a lead actor and you've consistently done lead parts. But even in that film, you're, if I'm not wrong, like an investment banker from San Francisco.
I am.
It is still that, like that bias is still there, or that perception is still there. So now do you think you've been able to break it after, say, Gudachari, Major?
Yeah, I think so. I think Shanam was my last film as the NRI actor. And Shanam इतनी हिट हो गई थी यार, मतलब मुझे याद है वाइजैग में कहीं प्रमोट कर रहे थे, second week of release. I suddenly get a call from Dhurandhar sir and he loved the film. He says, hey, I'm putting you on speakerphone, and he gets me to talk like 8 other actors there in the room. And they're all like praising me, और मैं वहाँ पर एक स्कूल के बच्चों के बीच में खड़ा हूँ, and I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think that was my first sense of credibility and people not looking at me as the indie actor or the indie filmmaker, but rather someone of substance. And it was my first taste of, people saying they're fans of your work and people saying, can you tell me if you're doing another film, I'd love to work with you. My first taste of people saying, ab next film banaoge, I'm going to come to theatre first day. My first taste of all that stuff.
Yeah. Who were those actors who really like reached out to you?
अरे अब क्या बताऊँ?
You can't.
Partially also because I didn't work with a lot of them. So.
Cool. But there were also this patch of a couple of films where you were slotted as the bad guy.
I was before that. Before
that, yeah. So what was that about? Why were you good enough to be a bad guy but not the lead actor?
I think that's the route, ना. मतलब हम जब बाहर से आते हैं, you don't necessarily come from a film background. अपने आप को प्रूव करने के जो तरीके हैं, they're very few. And it's the same story of, for example, Rajni sir, Chiranjeevi sir, Shatrughan Sinha sir, all these people, all these legendary actors, जो पहले they were the baddies, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of these movies, the audiences would be cheering जब baddie hero को मार रहा है. So I think you become a star in your own right. I think a film that did that for me was Panja, which really sort of, like I would have women reach out to me saying, I loved how you were beating someone up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a really cruel guy in the movie, don't like that.
Yeah. But it's interesting to me because even after playing those characters, or even after playing the NRI actor in Shanam, if something gets successful, they kind of repeat that. But they didn't. I mean, after that, you've not been the NRI actor or not been the villain. So was that also tough to break?
Not really. I think getting Shanam made was very tough. But just like Shanam hua, and then it was remade in Hindi as Baghi too. And, I think from then on, that credibility comes into play. Or by your third, fourth film as a lead actor, जहाँ पर सारे movies में एक taste है, people start saying, यार ये कुछ अलग सा कर रहा है. And I think that credibility factor. आज अगर मैं एक film announce करूँ, मुझे भरोसा है कि ऑडियंस को पता है कि दिस गोना बी अ गुड मूवी एंड आई एम गोइंग टू work without sleep, without anything, and I will work the hardest to ensure कि मैं उस credibility को और बढ़ाऊँ, but you know, like see, nobody can ensure कि हर movie hit हो जाएगी, but कल मैं अगर fail भी हूँ ना, it will be doing something very honest. ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि लापरवाही की वजह से film fail होगी, you know.
Is it easier for this generation of say Telugu actors, say like you, Vijay Deverakonda, to break into that? Because it is a lot of film families in Telugu film industry. So how tough is it now?
I feel like यार honestly India में अब गांव में जाओ तो डॉक्टर का बेटा डॉक्टर ही बनता है, किसान का बेटा किसान बनता है. So I think we're a nepo country.
Of course. Yeah.
But audiences don't care, no. They only care that you do something amazing. And if you can do something that other people are not, then they're interested. And I think now more than ever before, it's a very democratic time. And my luck is I earned the respect of a lot of film people early on in my career. तो पहले दिन से मतलब आप जिन families की बात करें उनमें से बहुत सारे families ने मुझे support किया है. Like Mahesh Babu sir produced Major. Dacoit is being presented by Annapurna Studios. My friend and my favorite actor Nani produced Hit the Second Case. So I've always had the support rather than... So I think it's a matter of earning respect more than anything.
Yeah. It's you're still developing projects, but I think you've stopped directing after Kiss. Why was that?
नहीं मुझे डायरेक्शन आती नहीं. I think that's the problem. I realize कि मैं एक बहुत ही इमोशनल इंसान हूँ. Just because I'm feeling something doesn't necessarily mean कि वो ऑडियंस को ट्रांसलेट हो रहा है. See, ऑडियंस को ट्रांसलेट होने के लिए डायरेक्टर should not be feeling it. He should be thinking मैं ऑडियंस को ये फील कैसे कराऊँ. So I realized I'm an actor writer. Really, क्योंकि मैं फील करता हूँ. मैं सेट पे उस इमोशन में चला जाता हूँ. मैं डायरेक्टर को उस इमोशन में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. द डायरेक्टर नीड्स टू फिगर आउट हाउ दैट इमोशन शुड बी ट्रांसलेटेड ऑन टू द स्क्रीन. सो सोच का काम ज़्यादा है. आई फील लाइक मैं दिल से थोड़ा...
I read a very interesting thing you said, which was much before you stopped directing, which is that acting is one eye and directing is another for me.
जी.
So, which is what got me thinking कि वो एक आँख फिर बंद कैसे हो गई?
I would say acting and writing really for me. If I ever do direct, it would have to be a very particular personal story जो मुझे लगता है कि यार मैं नहीं चाहूँगा कि कोई और किसी और का विजन इस पे, you know. But my first love was always acting.
So whether it's Dacoit or G2, they're all like being positioned as pan-India films. Do you think that that approach also happened after the success of Major, because it broke, like it cut across markets and was received well everywhere, particularly in the Hindi markets as well, because it was such a Mumbai story also.
I think Major was Major didn't cause me to do that. Major, I decided to do that, and that's why I was able to position Major that way. वरना मैं Major को सिर्फ तेलुगु में बनाता. But I think one thing I'm doing differently, Major and Dacoit have one thing in common. हम हर सीन, हर शब्द, हर डायलॉग, उसका ट्रीटमेंट जो है तेलुगु में अलग, हिंदी में अलग. So we make two separate films. हम डब नहीं कर रहे. So that's a very big difference. Take for example in Major, the scene where Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan sir comes out of the hotel and screams at the media. In Telugu, हमारे पास ये conundrum था कि यार अब NSG का ऑफिसर मुंबई में मीडिया से तेलुगु में क्यों बात करेगा.
True.
खासकर ये रियल स्टोरी है. So we said we had him speak to somebody in English first, someone in Hindi first. Then suddenly when Telugu media, regional media आके कुछ पूछने लगे तो उनसे तेलुगु में बात करने लगे. So it's a very seamless thing. हिंदी में the English and Hindi ones are English and Telugu ones are cut out. We directly have somebody approaching in Hindi because in Mumbai they would speak Hindi. So even the treatment and how we do it is very different. So I think I am doing something जो बाकी सब नहीं कर रहे. It's not just a dub. It's a very different look and different sensibilities के हिसाब से, even lyrics, everything, the approach is very different.
Is it very draining, very exhausting? As a writer and as an actor?
Yeah, I'm dubbing for Dacoit here. And I'm dubbing for Dacoit in Hyderabad. you do a scene, you feel really good about it, and then director goes, "Acha, ab Telugu mein." I'm like, and then you do one thing in Telugu, then they're like, "Acha, ab Hindi mein." I'm like, oh my goodness, definitely draining, but it comes from a feeling, and that feeling is not economics. It's a feeling of like, if I'm a guy from UP, मैं कानपुरिया हूँ, मैं लखनऊ से हूँ, मैं दिल्ली से हूँ, नागपुर से, कहीं से भी हूँ, I'm watching it, I want to watch that tight shot, that emotion in a language I understand. And I want his lips to move and express in a language I identify with.
Yeah.
तो वो इज्जत देनी चाहिए भाई. Now, if it's a film based on explosions and spectacle and excitement, like G2, then you can dub it.
Got it.
And I think that's what I'm doing with G2. I don't need to shoot G2 anymore.
Like the case with Major and Dacoit is that they're high on emotion.
Exactly.
So there's more dialogue.
Dialogue. There's a lot of excitement, but there's a lot of this.
Close up,
तो वो उस वक्त मैं देखना चाहता हूँ, वो मिठास फील करना चाहता हूँ, you know.
Makes sense. In terms of like coming to G2 again, can you also talk a little bit about that casting, especially of Varmika, of Imran Hashmi?
Yeah, Imran sir, you know, to grow up on his music, on his songs, to be such a fan of his movies, to working with him as a co-star, I think it's fantastic. I was just watching Taskari's first episode the other day.
Yeah.
I just think he's so humble and honest, a lot of integrity. And people just, I think उनके गाने इतने हिट हैं कि वो लोग रियलाइज नहीं करते कि वो कितने अच्छे एक्टर हैं. And I loved him in Huck. So looking back to going on set once Dacoit releases with him. And I think Varmika, everyone talks about how talented she is, but I don't think people realize how talented she is. Like, she would come on set, she would see what we were doing, she would catch it, she would understand ये कितना commercial जाना चाहिए, यहाँ पर इतना ज़्यादा artistic जाना चाहिए, character के हिसाब से कितना करना चाहिए, camera के वास्ते कितना करना चाहिए. So I just think, you know, she's so nuanced as an actor.
Were you also cheering, like all of us, when Imran Hashmi popped up in Bads of Bollywood?
Yeah. We've had two experiences. Now we had Bads of Bollywood on Netflix, and we had Pawan Kalyan as OG in the theater. So for us, it was like bonanza.
Yeah, double whammy.
Yeah, and it was great because my best friend is the director of OG, and so Imran sir would be on OG set this week, and he would be on G2 set the next week. So it's quite exciting.
Nice. I also want to talk to you a little bit about a couple of on-screen pairs that you've had that I've really enjoyed. One is Shobita.
She's a dear friend.
Yeah, in Major and in Gudachari, both. So how is she as a co-star?
I think she's extremely honest and extremely picky, and she knows her craft very well. She's somebody जो एक ही महीने में she can act in Major and Dev Patel's Monkey Man in English, and then next month do one Malayalam film, and still bring a certain level of gravitas to what she does. And you know, so many people just make it about her looks and hotness and all that, but I think she's really, really an incredible performer.
Yeah. I think we'll miss her in G2.
Yeah, she can't come.
Yeah.
She actually joked. She's like, I'm Samira in G1. Then Samira's twin sister Humaira comes back for revenge.
That's not my movie.
That's not G2.
Another one, and which is my favorite, is Prakash Raj.
Yeah.
He's also in Dacoit.
He is. Yeah, he is. It's been a long partnership with Prakash Raj, sir. You know, we live very different lives. Even very different politics. But I think my respect and love for him as an actor and his artistry and his love for Major and his appreciation for how he supported us on Major was extraordinary. I mean, he was like a walking hoarding for Major. And I just think I'll always be grateful and thankful for the immense support and talent he's given for, I think it's a third or fourth collaboration now.
Yeah, I think fourth.
Yeah.
No, I loved what him and even in the film, him and Revati brought to Major.
Oh, Revati
I thought they were the beating heart of that film.
Revati ma'am is the soul of that film. She is. I think Prakash Raj is the engine of that film and Revati ma'am is the soul of that film. I just think I'll just fall at her feet whenever I see her. I just think she's extraordinary. Yeah.
A couple of actors you've worked with, like they were the lead actors in those films, and you were kind of the supporting actor, like Ravi Teja.
Yeah.
And
Beginning of my career. Yeah, I was a
Pawan Kalyan.
villain back then. Yeah, villain again.
So how was that, just to see them perform in front of you, even when you were not in the shot? Like, what makes them those larger than life superstars?
I think a lot of those experiences were like school for me. It was like me sitting, I'm a kid, I just moved to India. I remember the week I moved to India, I didn't even know how to take a taxi from the airport. Like that's how like fresh I was. And I was just learning, मैं देख रहा था, I didn't know that you should make sure you have an umbrella so that the sun doesn't damage your face. It was learning from that. So they were very kind. I think Ravi Teja sir is a very funny man and incredible. He's like energy. He's like the Energizer Bunny, I swear. And a lot of grace from Pawan Kalyan sir. I think we first connected on the fact that he read my granduncle's books in Telugu literature, and we connected on that. I love his kids, Akira and Adya. They're so dear to me. Yeah, I think Pawan Kalyan sir is an incredible man and an incredible leader. Yeah.
I feel like it makes very poetic sense that you were a part of Bahubali, the beginning, because that is what I feel you're doing, which is just cutting across languages, across communities to reach out to everyone. Like a cinephile is a cinephile irrespective of where they come from.
Yeah, like my entire filmography, man.
No, but it wasn't a very long role, but everyone associated with that film has such great memories while shooting the film, even after the film, because anyone, like I think Tamanna said that I've done so many films as a lead actor and I've done so many songs, but people still come to me and say that, oh, you were so great as Avantika, because I was just a part of that movie. Have you also had those experiences?
I don't know that people have approached me about my role in Bahubali. I mean, obviously you get it time to time, but I don't know if it's been a driving factor. But for me, my learning from that set was extraordinary. I've said this in a couple of Telugu interviews. I don't know if I've said it here. This one day, they're really struggling to put the big Ballal Deva statue during shoot. It's like tons and tons of weight, and they're struggling to move it. And I remember Rajmouli sir just goes up to Rama ma'am, puts his hand on her shoulder, says, "This movie will work, right?"
Wow.
So it was so incredible to see this sort of master filmmaker have the same pressures and things we all feel. So I've realized that what makes him masterful is how he goes across that bridge and maintains his resilience and strives for his art. And that's the learning I took. I kid you not, any day I'm happy to outwork anybody on my set. I will forever want to be the hardest worker on my set. And the day I'm not, I won't do movies.
So finally, after Major has worked, which was like a bilingual, after Gudachari worked and G2 is coming up.
Yeah, for a lot of the heartland, I'm intelligent khiladi. Because that's what Gudachari was dubbed into. I remember shooting at the Indo-China border.
Yeah.
Small village of 400 people. The kids there kept calling me intelligent khiladi. Wow. Like that's how they knew me. So it's like, that's what it is, man. That stuff reaches.
Yeah. But so, knowing that how far it's reached, do you still have those doubts, those pressures like Rajamouli did on Bahubali, that is this film going to work?
Always. I think anybody who tells you otherwise is probably lying to you or lying to themselves. हमेशा होता है यार, कभी कौन सा एक्टर, कौन सा फिल्म मेकर का फ्लॉप नहीं है. So we all just try our best. I think the day I think I know everything is when I'm in trouble. तो जब तक मैं अपने आप को एक स्टूडेंट समझता हूँ ना, I'll be okay.
Okay, looking forward to G2, Dacoit, and to see you dance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.